What's up, baby? It's your boy Antonio coming at you from my basement, where I literally do nothing but spend 10 minutes every Friday talking to my phone so that I can post it to Instagram for my 8 followers to watch. So, welcome to another episode of The Rundown. And yes, that's a little baby me back there, bobblehead. So, stay tuned, saddle up or strap in, saddle up, because we're about to go for a ride. We're talking about March 2022, what's coming at you. So we've made it through the majority of winter, and we're now seeing that light at the end of the tunnel where we can start busting out the, wow, that's weird, my cat just totally interrupted our podcast, where we can see that light at the end of the tunnel where we're starting to bust out our tank tops, our shorty shorts. We're getting excited because we have races that are coming up. We're feeling positive because our training's paying off. Maybe we're feeling negative because our training's not paying off, or we're just in a slump, but we're getting through it. And what do you know? March 22nd, we get dumped on with 4 inches of snow here in Michigan, and we're coming up with 1,000 reasons why we don't think we should go outside and run. Well, I want you to know that those thoughts are natural, that they're common, that everyone's having those same thoughts, that I think we all internalize a battle where we're thinking, hey, it's so easy to lay here in bed, keep the covers on me, get a little bit extra sleep, but it's so much more rewarding when we tell ourselves, hey, flip these covers off, let me stand up, stretch, grab that cup of coffee, grab tea or whatever you do in the morning, drop a deuce or whatever. I mean, hey, we're runners, right? We can talk about that, and contemplate for 15 or 20 minutes whether or not we're going to go out and run. And then start your car and get your butt out there. Because we all have goals, or we're chasing something, and it's easy to say, not today. But when that due date shows up for whatever we're chasing or whatever goal we want to accomplish, those same thoughts are going to creep back into your head, or you're going to reap the rewards of the work you put in. So the days that you keep saying, no, I'll do it tomorrow, those days are going to end up being shorter and shorter between now and when you actually have that race. And you're not going to hit your goal. You're not going to, qualify for Boston or PR or, break a new record, or whatever the goal or thing that you're chasing is. Those excuses are going to come crawling back. I know for a fact there's plenty of mornings where I'm like, you know what, so much easier to keep these covers on. My daughter crawled into our bed and she's so cuddly and warm and I just don't want to leave, or maybe I didn't get enough sleep. But again, it's that first step. It's that throwing the covers off. It's talking to yourself and knowing that these are mental battles, and that you're going to have these same mental battles at mile 25 or mile 90 or mile 2. I mean, I think that no matter what your goal is, there's always going to be a point in your race or in your journey where you just feel like it's going to be easier to say, hey, there's always next time. Well, let me tell you, that's true. You can always get it next time. But wherever you are in your fitness journey now, you're going to have to start all over to get back to where you are. And I use this example of ultra running because I have tons of friends that do it, and it's a mental thing that I do to myself too. When I go out and I race these races, I always think to myself, wherever I am now, in order to do more than where I am, I have to start back at zero. So if my goal is 50 miles and I'm at 38 or 40, and I'm thinking, oh, I can do this next time, I say to myself, you have to go all the way back to zero. Or you just do the 12 or 10 more miles and get it done now. And that has helped me through a tremendous amount of ultras and even marathons. You know, I can't tell you that silly marathon math where you look at the watch and you go, okay, my goal is blah, blah, blah. If I just walk a little bit, then that gives me X amount of time to do this. Don't even look at this. Focus on the distance you have ahead of you, putting one foot in front of the other, and just keep moving. Because I'll tell you, this matters very little in the grand scheme of things. At the end of the day, you have those elitist people or the people that aren't in tune to the running or walking community, and those people will ask, well, what was your time? But the people that actually understand what a marathon is will be so proud that you completed a marathon. Because it's not the time, it's the journey. It's the 26.2 miles that you just put your body through to get you to the finish line. It's the signing up for a race in May and putting your body through 4 months or 5 months of absolute hell to get ready for that race. And the people that haven't done it just don't understand it, and they oftentimes will say, well, did you qualify for Boston? And while that might be somebody's goal and that might be what they are chasing, that's not for everybody, and that should never discourage anybody from telling their time. Because at the end of the day, you're still a very small percentage of people that have done a marathon or conditioned or put their body through that type of grueling training. So be proud of where you are and just continue to get after it, no matter whether it's a marathon, a half marathon, or a 5K. We've all started somewhere to get where we are, and if we sell ourselves short, then we're going to discourage the next person from doing it. So be proud of who you are, be proud of your fitness journey, and keep on crushing your goals, because I'm happy that you're doing it. I know that I run with a group of people that are, you know, like-minded, that want to encourage and inspire others to get after things and chase their goals, no matter whether they're a runner, walker, hiker, cyclist. I think we all have cool stories, and we just need that, not inspiration, but I hate to say like ass pats, but we like those ass pats or encouragement to keep us going. And I have a love-hate relationship with Strava, because that's kind of what it is. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. You can really get caught up in the excitement and energy behind Strava, but it can also deter you too, right? There's so many times that I personally will log in and I'll see a friend that did 15 miles or, you know, went out for extra after we had already ran, and I think to myself, well, man, you know, was it not enough? Do I need to go get more? Or, you know, you look at somebody's weekly mileage and you're like, man, I'm crushing 30-mile weeks, and why aren't I doing 50? Why aren't I doing 60? Why aren't I doing more? I think that we have to just be comfortable with who we are and realize that we're all just different. And at the end of the day, it's ourself that we're battling. I know that there's one quote that has been stuck in my head, and it's kind of goes like this. I might even misquote it a little bit, but it talks about, I'm happy where I am, but I still have a lot of work to do. So, you know, take that, channel that energy, know that you can be satisfied with where you are, but still want to grow and push yourself. And don't compare to anybody else but yourself, and realize this is where I was, this is where I need to go, and I'm somewhere in between there. As long as we're not going backwards, I think it's all positive. So I hope you guys understand that you rock and that I'm here for you, and I'm excited to watch you grow as runners, walkers, cyclists, hikers, rollerbladers, whatever your fitness journey is. I'm proud of you. And remember, like my friend Mark at Red Rock Running Company in Las Vegas says, every run's a great run, and every walk's a great walk. So Have a great weekend. Make the most of it. And I look forward to seeing your fitness journey.